Hello everyone. Today we're going to paint a peaceful spring landscape featuring a majestic mountain, a calm lake, and cherry blossoms in full bloom. Shall we begin with a heart full of excitement, as if a warm spring breeze is blowing toward us? First, using a large fan brush, mix white and cobalt blue to create the sky at the top of the canvas. Now, to paint the distant mountains, mix cobalt blue, black, and Van Dyke brown. Carefully adjust the angle of your brush as you slowly shape the mountains. By slowly tilting and changing the brush angle, we can create the natural ridges of the mountains with our mixture of cobalt blue, black, and Van Dyke brown. At this point, holding your brush upright makes it much easier to express the detailed shape of the mountain. Now, mix cobalt blue and Van Dyke brown for a deeper shade to create the ridges of the mountain located further in the front. By using a darker mixture of cobalt blue and Van Dyke brown, we can define the closer mountain ridges and add more depth to the landscape. Add more Van Dyke brown, cobalt blue, and black to the mixture already on your palette to create a darker value. And let's finish the mountain ridges. After drawing the ridges, hold your brush upright and calmly fill in the remaining areas while tidying up the shapes. Once the ridges are defined, use the tip of your brush to neatly fill the rest, taking your time to refine the overall form. Now, mix oxide green and cadmium yellow to capture the natural feel of the shoreline where the lake meets the mountains. Next, let's mix some colors to represent the ground where the mountains and the lake meet. Combine cadmium yellow, Van Dyke brown, white, and a touch of magenta to create an earthy tone. If this feels a bit tricky, you can simply use raw sienna instead. To bring the lake to life, blend white and cobalt blue and cover the area with a bold hand. To show perspective, increase the amount of cobalt blue as you move down the lake to make the colors deeper and more vibrant. Gently blend in white to create realistic ripples and make the water look more vibrant. Mix black and cobalt blue to cast shadows on the darker areas of the lake. Now, let's use a small fan brush with white to express the snow remaining on the mountains. Make sure your brush is almost completely dry for this step. If the coverage seems thin, simply add more white to your brush to make the snow stand out. For finer touches, keep your brush at a vertical angle. And remember, feel free to use your hands to blend or shape. Don't hesitate to get a little paint on your fingers. Using the same mixture we used for the dark areas of the lake, finish the shaded parts of the mountains by holding your brush upright. Using white and a dry brush, express the reflected light between the mountains and the lake. Next, we'll paint some rocks by mixing Van Dyke brown and cadmium yellow with the dark lake mixture and the ground colors already on the palette. I'm using these leftovers, but you can achieve a similar tone by mixing Van Dyke brown, raw sienna, and cobalt blue. Now, using a fine line brush, let's bring out the light on the rocks by adding some white to the mixture. Now mix Van Dyke brown and black to start painting the cherry blossom tree that frames our foreground. If you find it difficult to shape the tree, feel free to sketch it out first before you start painting. To make sure the tree on the left doesn't look too lonely, let's add a friend tree on the right side as well. Once the trees are done, use the paint still on your brush to blend cadmium yellow, magenta, and white. This will help you capture the highlighted texture of the bark. Thinking about where the light is coming from, add some vibrancy to the highlights of the tree to make it pop. Use cadmium yellow to enhance the contrast and add a sense of depth to the tree's highlights. Now mix white and Van Dyke brown to add the final highlights to the brightest parts of the tree. Now, go back to your large fan brush and use a blend of cadmium yellow and oxide green to boldly cover the ground with grass. Add some oxide green to create more depth, and try drawing the grass blades by holding your brush upright. Mix permanent green deep into the brush you're using to fill in the very front part of the grass. If you want a clean finish on the edges of the canvas, hold your brush upright and fill them in slowly. Add a bit more Van Dyke brown to your brush to create a deeper green, giving the grass more dimension and depth. Let's finish this beautiful cherry blossom tree by dabbing on a lovely pink made from white and a hint of magenta using a small fan brush. Also, if you're enjoying this, please subscribe and hit the like button. It means a lot to me. Gently tap your brush with a joyful heart as if the petals are swaying and dancing in the breeze. By using different paint densities on each side of the fan brush, you can express various shades of petals much more easily. Now, shall we paint the petals for the friend tree on the right? We wouldn't want it to feel left out, right? Haha. Similarly, using different values of light and dark on both sides of your brush is a simple trick to give your petals more natural color variations. Using the leftover paint on your brush, lightly dab to express petals scattering in the wind. Now let's use cadmium yellow to paint some fluttering spring wildflowers. Mix white and magenta to add a hint of pink spring. It doesn't have to be pink though. Feel free to add whatever colors are in your heart. I'm going to use a little more magenta to bring out some vibrant wildflowers. I'd love to hear how yours are coming along. Let's change to a small liner brush and dab on some tiny dots for the foreground flowers. You can pick whatever colors you want for your own unique wildflowers. Now let's mix the colors to express the stems of the wildflowers. Blend permanent green deep and black to create the right shade. When drawing the stems, hold your brush upright and flick it up to express them easily. I truly appreciate you sharing this wonderful journey of painting nature's beauty with me. Subscribing and liking really helps me continue this creative path. Until next time.